Hey, how's it going, guys? Yasukeh here. Gonna be playing mid Tryndamere with the brand new durability patch that just came out today. I think it is really actually good for Tryndamere. A lot of people are saying that it's gonna be bad because, you aren't able to take a turret shot, fights lasting longer means your ult leans less. Like, all of these ideas about how the changes aren't gonna be good for Tryndamere, I think are completely unfounded. So, we'll go ahead and see what's up with that. I already took a Q. I'm gonna wait to get some fury. Go for a hard commit trade. I'm gonna want to pot up as soon as the trade goes. Okay, I got all of the CS at least. Guy is taking electrocute. Did mess up that play. Yeah. Want to get this wave crashed into the turret. I want to heal up as soon as I can. But yeah, I think these changes are really good because longer fights mean that DPS champions are going to be a lot better. And you know who a DPS champion is? Tryndamere. So I'm going to go what's going on with jungle. Something here. Oh yeah, that's a kill. That's a kill. Oh, is he gonna get the solo? Alright. Alright then. Yeah, as soon as that hit, I'm like, alright, this is a kill for me. Gotta take that camp. But yeah, that camp is gone. I can't go through that way. Gotta go through right here. That's a weird jungle path right there. That did lose a little bit, but I'm really confident in being able to win this matchup in the long game. So another thing is that Zeds at the highest level can very easily kind of shadow ruin you, shadow kite you. Whereas with Phase Rush, you can always catch up to this guy no matter what's sort of going on. I was afraid of taking a turret shot right there. I gotta be really... I've been taking a lot more turret shots recently. Gotta be more diligent about that. But yeah, so when you take Triumph, before, Triumph plus Q would allow you to survive another turret shot, whereas now that is no longer the case. However, Phase Rush doesn't take Triumph, so it actually doesn't affect anything right there. Alright, denied that CS from him. Good. I'm in a better spot in the overall lane. I just gotta go get Fury again. Nice. I got hit by one Shuriken right there. We don't need to get a gank. This guy's stealing my XP. Kinda sad, but you know, fine. I want to hard push in this wave, and then I'll have a pretty good crash. There's a little bit ints. Alright. I have my boots, which is really good. Yeah, so AD carries should be a lot stronger in this meta because not only are they not getting blown up, but they are just... The champions who can put out constant DPS, whereas champions like Zed, burst champions, should be a lot weaker. And one thing in general that's made Tryndamere worse over the years is that it's actually become really hard to ult over time, because there are so many champions who can legitimately just burst you from 0 or 100 to 0 within one. It's really annoying how this guy's just walking through mid and stealing my XP. A lot of champions have been able to burst you from 100 to 0. And with these durability changes, that shouldn't be a thing anymore. At least at the levels that it was at before. So you're going to be able to more consistently always be able to hit your ult. This guy is massively out farming. He just hit 6 on that timing. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, he only has ult right there. I can look for something right here. On my next phase rush cooldown, I can look for something. Alright, yeah. Yeah, my bad. Just sometimes happens. He was relying on me missing my ult, which, I mean, fair play. Fair play for that skill check. Yeah, that's the general thing of just, like, getting bursted when you just have a low reaction time for a window. That should be something that happens a lot less often. And, you know, it can still happen, but, you know. So, this guy doesn't really have anything. I want to go for his red. Also a ward right there. Yeah, I'm just going to go for the red right now. No way, this guy has a ward there. It's still possible that I run into Wukong, but should still be fine. It is going to be a little bit more effort into figuring out how much you do early game. Because especially with my builds, my build that we're currently going is Essence Reaver into Kraken Slayer into Bork. The amount of damage you do with that build is incredibly high. And you're able to go a build without Gale Force, which is what most people are still taking, because I'm taking Phase Rush. So because I'm taking Phase Rush, that gives me the ability to take Kraken without feeling terrible. Because honestly, after the Gale Force nerfs, it feels like just such a bad item. So being able to... Alright, there's a Wukong right there. Being able to go Kraken without feeling like you're always getting kited is just such a massive boon. Boon bonus. Really gonna try to steal this? What? Trying to take... Okay, yeah. It's right there. Taking his jungle. I want this plate to go down when he's not there, because that effectively means the plate doesn't go down. Guys want to relax bot lane. Know that there are 4 there. So it's better for me to just play this right now. I feel like they could have survived that, but fine that they don't, because it was a 1-1. Zed did get the shutdown, so Zed's going to be pretty strong. Which is actually good. Better to see just Zed being ahead. Because I'm very confident in being able to get the play on him. So with him being ahead and him being the one with the lead, that means that it should be much nicer for me to... get the kills on him. Alright, well then. That's a play right there. That's also a nice thing about Ignite, is that you can always just kind of track people with it. And all of his lead that he just got, I do have to keep knowledge of my Mocking Shout right now, so that I don't get ambushed out of nowhere. I can go for a pink ward. He's going to have ult before I do, so I need to actually play safe a little bit, or request the aid of Diana. Wave gets pushed into me. Possible that he can one-shot me. I think he ignited me before. Not super sure. Yeah, like if I had ults right now, I could go for the kill. I could skill check him. But since I don't have ults, it's impossible for me to play right now. There is no play top. Maybe. I just really have to respect him right now. Till my ult is up. So as long as I can get the XP here. And GG. I just had to wait for my ult, and also since I have so much CDR, my ult is going to be up so much quicker than it would be for anything else. So a lot of people are going to, if you play as soon as your ult comes up, which is what you should be doing on Tryndamere, you should be using your ult on cooldown. If you do that, something like that, then that is just going to be so easy for you to get a bunch of picks that are in situations where you otherwise wouldn't be able to. Because he wants to go super hard. Can I just avoid that? Didn't even notice. That's fun. Back earlier. It's possible that Renata tries to go for this. Because he can't insta-shield right there. I'm gonna be going for my Kraken right now, so despite having that early deficit, I just kind of stomped the lane right there. And now it should be me favored for a while. I'm gonna go for his red again. I'd push this wave and then go for that. It is just a reality that he's gonna be going there. We can't really play much else. That's nice. So while there are a ton of roams there, I just got first turret, and I have free access to their jungle the entire time. So mid Tryndamere in general is just one of the strongest champions at punishing roams, and especially when you take Essence Reaver. You take turrets and turret plates a lot faster because Essence Reaver works on turrets. So like that Sheen proc is basically critting a turret. So anytime somebody leaves the lane, like you can just easily take turret. Easily take a couple plates. That gets you further ahead, and then it's done. Done deal. I have a really high percentage of taking turrets before 14 without using Herald. It's something that just really consistently happens in my games. I don't feel like we need to do that. I'm gonna go bot. Yeah, this. Looks like they're probably gonna give up bot. Yeah, this guy's just getting desperate. Just hoping that he can get plays that you wouldn't really ever be able to get. Because that's the thing, is that with durability changes, maybe before the durability patch, he one-shots me there. So it's just so much easier for you to play. Because you don't have to be... Tryndamere should not be a champion that has to have perfect, minuscule reaction time. And for the past several years, he has been that champion who needs to have that perfect one-to-one reaction time. And since that's not a thing, it should just be so much more reliable to play Tryndamere. Because even though you shouldn't be missing ults, it's just a reality that even the best Tryndameres will miss their ult consistently. And that's just not going to be a thing anymore. As often. As often. Because I've already done it this game. I've already taken 2 of the turrets, so I'm fine with them killing my bot lane. Hey, camps for me to take. Nice. Ooh. Just take that real quick. I'll take this. I have ult in a second. I don't need to take the blue. So I've already won enough skill checks, and we're in a situation to where we're so far ahead so that I don't need to try to skill check them anymore. And skill check basically just means taking fights that are lower percentage of winning, where you can win if you play better than them. And when you're behind, you need to be taking so many more skill checks than when you are ahead. What will make you be the kind of player who can get a lot of comebacks is if you can get the solo kill on the laner who's 2-3 levels ahead of you. Because also getting solo kills on people who are higher level than you. Oh no. Yep. I just wanted to play to get my spin up because he can try to kite around me right there. But if I just do it like that, then there's no skill check involved. I'm not giving him the ability to outplay me right there. And that's ultimately what you should be trying to do when you're ahead, is remove the ability for the enemy team to skill check you. So I don't need to take any big risks this game. So if I just take the plays that are 80%, 70%, 90% chance of succeeding, then that allows me to be throw proof, where it's just going to be really, really hard for me to throw the game because I have so much, because I'm not giving them opportunity to outplay me. And yeah, with the durability changes, especially with this build, you do so much damage with ER, Kraken, and Bork. Your ability to chase, your ability to 1v1 is just so strong. It's really easy to get those kind of kills onto carries in teamfights and in split, because Bork is a dueling style item. That Tryndamere is already a champion who sort of overkills everybody. So now you overkill people and you don't immediately die to everything. Whereas a lot of other champions have much, much worse times dealing with the patch. Almost every champion main feels like they got nerfed with the changes. Every single champion main. Because every single champion main said, oh, hey, look, my champion is getting nerfed. But you're not taking that into context. Without context, Tryndamere's Q taking a 20 to 30% reduction in healing, that sounds like a really bad thing. But if you take into account the fact that every champion is just more durable, and teamfights are going to be lasting longer, and all of these other things that are good for Tryndamere, the fact that if you take Lethal Tempo and you take Triumph, and you're not able to survive another turret shot, that doesn't actually significantly impact how... That one little mechanic is not big enough of a nerf to say that the entire landscape of the game is worse for Tryndamere. Because you can't take Tryndamere in isolation. There's one mechanic that's worse on Tryndamere, is that you can't survive the extra turret shot. Everything else about this patch is good for Tryndamere. And so it's just a problem of not taking things into context, which is really hard to do, which is why nobody does it. Which is why every single champion main feels like their champion got nerfed. Because they see, oh, my healing and my shielding got reduced by 20%? That's so bad. I mean, come on, bros. Come on. Come on. Get serious. Get serious, League players. It also is just a problem of a lot of League players are only League players. Most League players are not people who have experience playing other games. And other games where doing this kind of theory crafting and stuff is a lot more common. People who play sort of PoE, Path of Exile, a lot of other MMOs, they're gonna be the kind of people who have the mentality of understanding how to build these things into context, or like Magic the Gathering style players. Whereas if you just play League, there's so many concepts that you just don't need for League, so it's very deficient. Like, League players, despite how popular the game is, I think it's one of the worst analyzed games to exist. At all levels, analysis for League is just trash. At the pro level, at the semi-pro level, at the casual level, at the competitive solo queue level, people don't know how to understand how changes are actually going to affect champions. It's really just kind of a wait and see most of the time, which would be the most honest approach of like, hey, we don't actually know what's going on, so let's just wait and see. And oftentimes it's really just, hey, the new patch came, let me test some things that might work. And it's not the theory crafting that confirms or denies whether or not something would be good, it's the testing. It's like, take LS talking about Nasus support. Theory crafting-wise, Nasus support should just be amazing. Like, the Wither is super strong, the armor reduction on his E is super strong. It should be a really, really strong pick, yet it's not. Why is it not? Because in the actual practicality, aside from numbers, it just doesn't work. Like, it's not a very hard pick to play, yet it still has like a 40% win rate. I was actually in a really bad spot that fight. I'm also right before my mythic. Yeah, that was just not... That was a skill check, which we just don't need to do. You don't need to do a skill check like that, bros. He didn't have a Z. Alright, yep. And we could be giving over soul right there. That's actually kind of insane. That's kind of insane, bros. Because Mountain Soul is really, really strong. Yeah, that is also a thing, is that we're turret diving, and we have turret diving capabilities, and then we don't use our turret diving tools. Which, it's not necessarily Volibear's fault, like, Diana just kind of ulted in super hard. Gonna be a bit difficult to deal with. That's Soul. Should be overall fine. I'm still very far ahead. This just gives me more time to talk about things. Durability changes. Just makes assassins have to actually play the game instead of just one-shotting everybody for fun. Which also just should be a, like, there's going to be a lot of changes. Like, at the end of this week, there are going to be a lot of changes to outlier champions. Champions that have 55% win rate, champions who have 45% win rate, aside from Ryze. Inshallah, Ryze will achieve 40% win rate. Ah. But yeah, like literally just go. I don't understand stuff. All good. That heal definitely does feel a bit weaker. One thing that I have been liking is going a defensive item. When I'm really far ahead. I'm not as far ahead as I'd like to be, so I'm going to take PD right here. But after 4 items, definitely. Going something like a Maw or a Randuin's in a lot of situations is just really, really good. Okay, that guy's going to go. We can fight here. Yeah, you guys go Baron, and then I 1v9s get push. They do have Lilas who can like really, really stall me. Yeah, it's just trying to not take infinite skill checks. Wait for them to do Baron. Okay. That's always also just the most annoying type of players to play against, are the ones who you feel like you can do nothing against. As soon as Kaisa rotates towards the Baron... Oh my god, we let them steal Baron. Get out. Nope. Yeah, they had no reason to flip that because it was a 3v5. There's no reason for them to flip that right there. But, I mean, it's stuff like that's just gonna happen. Yeah, so defensive items that I've really been liking going aren't actually things that you would expect. I don't think that Death's Dance is super great. You already have so much damage on Tryndamere that I think it's better just to go a pure tank item. Or Maw. Maw is actually really strong. So you either go Maw of Malmortius, which, because it scales off of AD, you have a 1k plus shield. Which is insane. Alright, we got 3 inhibs right there, which is good. Got 3 inhibs. I'm gonna go a little bit of armor. I'm gonna go split top. She'll be up for it. She'll be up for it. So we're fine. We're fine. But now that I have PD, it's really, really easy to just play the game. Yeah, Goat Worshipper. I'm pretty sure I saw Zed here, yeah. Forces ult. Yeah, the Bork is just incredibly easy chase. I can't take my ult. Oh, he can. Yeah, they're all here. That does feel just so tanky. That is just half my ult. I don't want to try to force pop that. Okay. It's a lot harder to get back to full. You have Elder. Nice. We should have Elder. I killed their jungler. Okay, alright. I killed their jungler. Yeah, like you don't want to, especially when your team is throwing, you don't want to give other chances to throw. Nice. That was close. Yeah, no, sounds good. I wanted to just get as much damage because we just needed to get the kills right there. I didn't need to live right there. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. YouTube vid. Diana likes my stream. Well, thank you guys all for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys. Let me know what you guys think about the durability changes. I actually think it's really good on Tryndamere. Even though a lot of people would disagree. We'll see. We'll see what happens. See you guys all in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye. And good night.